Alright guys, welcome to another tutorial. So today I'm gonna go over something more complex. Not really. It's as hard or easy as you want it to be honest. So I'm gonna go over the animation tree, animation blend tree node. So this is what I'm working on so far. Um Let me zoom out. I could explain this as I go, but I'm gonna start a new project and go over all of this. So right here, this part here, these have like two different types of weapons I could have, like one-handed weapon, two-handed weapons. And up here, you have the movement. So if I'm crouching or not crouching. And then this part, we blend the movement and the weapon that I'm holding. And then you have weapon swapping. And then you got one shot. It's probably blurry. Let me zoom back in. Then you got jumping animation. So this animation overrides everything here. Alright, I'm gonna start from scratch, so I'm gonna save this. And quit the project list. Yeesh. Don't ask me what those are. Alright, let's make a 3D scene. World. Get the child node spatial. I'm gonna skip this part here. I'm just setting up the world. Alright. So I have this here. Save. And then let me save the use collisions. Get the player, whoops. Get the player in there. Wanna show a child. So animation. Where is it? Animation tree. Alright, so in order to make an animation tree, you need to create a root. So you need to make that root one of the blend spaces. So I usually start with a where is it? Blend tree. And then you have to assign the animation player to it. So your animation player usually has all the animations to play. And then when you assign it to the tree, it gets all those animations. You could call to all of them. So let's assign that. Could use that. Could drag it, but I'll just do this. So now it has an animation player. Okay, so we're in the tree now. Let's go over all the different nodes. First, you have an animation. So as I said, you get a reference to all animations. So let's say this is idle static. It doesn't do anything by itself. You could stick it in here, but it still wouldn't do anything else because I forgot to enable it. There you go. Zoom in. So it's just standing static right now. So that's just a simple animation. Or it could, let's show a different one. So running. And back in the animation player, need to remember to set these animations to looping by hitting this little roundy thingy. And walking. What else I need to set? I think that's it. Actually, crouch. Alright. So let's go back in here. Now we see that it's just looping. Disable it. So you have a animation blend. So animation blend is like in like two different animations to one. Let me show you. So for example, you want to play the running and say you want to aim at the same time. So you say animation, add another animation. Let's say one hand weapon. So you stick that in the blend and stick the main animation in the run, and then you have to change the filters. So when you enable filtering, you're basically telling it what bones to use for the blended animation. So since I'm aiming, you know, you want to use your like your upper body. So let's go from chest, shoulder, upper arm. You know what I mean. These are all stuff I made in Blender. And do the right hand too. Alright. So then say okay. And then you could always check it. Oop, let's put that back in output. So now it could blend. He changes hand and he's still running. So the reason he's leaning like that is because I didn't select his spine. But it looks weird like that, so you get what it is. So let's leave it like that for now. Actually let's mess with the head, I think. I don't think that changes much. Alright, you get that. Next one is the blend tree. So blend tree goes between tree animations, similar to blend 2. So for example, let's get rid of that one and delete that. Actually, let's keep it for the sake of like showing. So it could blend a blended animation into another blended animation. So let's add 2 more animations. Let's say one hand weapon up, and then weapon, oops, another one named weapon down. Where are you? One hand weapon down. There you go. Then you make the main one in the middle. The one you want to be up or down depending on the value you're using. That one. Then you could attach that to here. Alright, let's skip this for now. Just to show you. Get rid of that. Put that there. Then change this value, see what happens. So it's basically just looping between the middle, the top, and the bottom. So that would be for like, you know, aiming a gun or something like that. Alright, so next one is the blend space. The blend space would be for like moving around. Right. So you have to open it. And then you have to hit this button right here to create items in there. So you could add an animation. So let's put run in there. Then create one in the middle for idle. Where is it? Idle static. Then you have to add one here. I don't have strafing animation, so I'm just gonna use running again, just for the sake of the tutorial. Come on. Then you put let's add, what should I add here? Walking. Alright, let's just put walking there. Then you hit this button here to adjust where you want adjust them. You could change the value, but I usually leave it because you know it's like a percentage. So 1, 0, negative. And you could use this option to like test it, but you have to connect it first. So you need to connect it to the output. So it's currently playing between these, so you could open it again and test it. So you have it up here, it's running, stops here. Remember, if you had a strafe, it would start strafing sideways. Same with this side. You had a left and right strafe. And walking zone. You get it. Alright, next one is the one-shot animation. So for example, let's do running here. Then add one shot. And put that on the output, and then you do, for example, a jump animation. Jump, stick that in. So whenever you hit, like, change it to on, it plays it one time and then goes back to off. You hit it, it jumps, it starts again. Could get as complex as you want from what you saw in the beginning. Alright, I think that's the majority of it. And you have a 1D version of the 2D space. So it's just either plus or minus, one dimensional. I'm not gonna go over that one. I don't really use it. but you could find use for it. I'm not sure what you do with it, but and then you have add. Could add an animation. I don't use this one too much myself. Basically, adding it to the filter. Let's see what it does. Yeah, it pretty much adds it to it. But I prefer blending. I'd recommend never using that. And I never actually used Seek before. Let's see what it does. Ew. Okay, that's it. Basically just finding a spot in the animation. That could become useful if you have multiple animations in one animation file, animation line, timeline. All right, so let's go to how to access animations now. So let's do the running one again. Running and jumping actually. So animation, running, then make a blend with it to idle static. So make that the original and then running. And then do a one shot here. To jump in. Then connect that up. Up, run, jump. So that's pretty much it. So the way to access all of these now is to create a create a script. Sorry about that. Then you need to access the animation tree already for animation tree equals animation tree, and then I'll use oh, I didn't need to do that. Let's activate these guys. I'm gonna just use like a placeholder stuff. So animation. Just realize I'm using a spatial, but for the sake of the tutorial, I'm gonna just leave it like that. So if input that is action pressed, then I guess UI up for the sake of this. UI up. I want to, let's say, play the run animation. So you need to get access to the parameter. They say animation tree dot set, and you have to come back here, and you will have a parameter section. You have blend to one shot. You could change these. So say running state, and change this to jump, just to keep it simple. So because this could get confusing when you have a lot of stuff. So you say set. If you hover over it, you'll see the address to it, or the So you have parameters running. Come on. Parameters running state, blend them out. So parameters slash running state slash blend them out. And you could just say 1, but you could always like interpolate here or set a strength to like 0.5, so slowly go into it, or if you have using strength values instead of straight values like that. And say else, let's say input lf input the action release just released. Do the same one again. So UI underscore up. Oops, forgot the space and mean the quotations. Set it back to 0. So we could just copy this boy over. Paste it back to 0. And then let's do jump. UI input that is just pressed. What could I use? Is there a jump action? Let's use accept. UI accept. Then you set a parameter for jumping. AnimationTree is set. Parameters jumping or jump dot. Oh, you don't say a dot, you just say true. Oops. I think you say like active actually. So jump active. Alright. Then you say true. Alright, that should do the trick. So save. Order it is in. That's the name of my character for the game. I didn't change the actual scene. Let's link him to here. Don't have a camera. Well, hope I do not. Alright, let's play. Wait, set it to current. Alright, so now we have that playing. Jump. Alright, there's one thing I messed up. Pretty sure I know what it is. That's the only thing that usually goes wrong. Okay guys, I've just figured it out. I had to make the project again. So you should right click on the top, the root node, and then clear inheritance. Right here, clear inheritance, and it should work now. So I just did everything in one scene. I was using W and S. So there you go. So when I release it, it stops. Alright, make another jump. So jump. Alright, that's about it. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Bye.